I'm very excited to welcome you to episode 1 of season 2 for Be The Drop, a weekly podcast that investigates how to unlock your brand story to supercharge your business. I'm Amelia Veal, small business owner and storytelling superhero. My business is called Narrative Marketing, and my team and I absolutely believe in the power of telling stories, not only to learn and connect, but also to build business relationships and drive sales. But what is brand storytelling? And what benefit can you, my fabulous listeners, gain from learning more about it by listening each week to this podcast? In today's episode of Be The Drop, I will review why I believe brand storytelling is the future of marketing and why it's critical for you to use storytelling within your business or non-profit. I'll also explain the format for season 2 and what you can expect in future episodes. This is Be The Drop, kicking off its second year. To get you started in season 2, I think it's valuable to revisit the beginning and explain where Be The Drop has come from. My drive to start this podcast was to investigate the phenomenon I call collective consciousness. For me, this refers to collective action that is driven by individuals or a business who communicate so well that their story and their messages that they share are embraced by others. In a business case, the sharing of these stories inspires customers to not only purchase, but to also become brand advocates, by which I mean customers who will positively promote and advocate your business without requiring any financial gain. They do this because they are passionately inspired to do so. This same ability applies to both non-profits and individual influencers. I call this ability the ability to motivate and inspire action through storytelling as the ability to be the drop. This comes from my personal love of the quote, "A waterfall begins with one drop." These individuals or businesses act as the individual drop that starts the waterfall. By knowing their desired destination or business outcome and clearly communicating this, they are able to attract other like-minded individuals to become customers so that together, through their combined force, they create a waterfall of action. The people I interview have incredibly interesting and powerful stories to share that will benefit listeners both in business and in life. In season 1, storytelling was a clear strategy, frequently used to drive success. My focus, therefore, for season 2 will be to get more specific about storytelling, when it works, why, and how you, as my listener, can apply storytelling strategies to gain positive outcomes. At this point, you may still be wondering, why is she always talking about story, especially within a business context? Few can deny the power of a good story. At the movies, over a drink in the pub, or at bedtime with a warm glass of milk. Consuming stories is something we all do, at every age, every day. But not every business yet understands the importance it holds for supercharging their bottom line. Stories evoke powerful emotions, inspire change, teach us lessons, and motivate action. Storytelling isn't just for movie directors, playwrights, and authors. They are also incredibly effective in bringing brands to life. According to business and communication experts like Seth Godin, storytelling is the best way to approach your marketing in order for it to stand out from the crowd. Today, I will explain 3 reasons why storytelling helps your business stand out. Reason 1. Storytelling humanizes your business. Businesses in themselves are soulless entities. They're not people. However, if you tell stories about the people behind your business, the people that started the business, the staff that work there, you give it a soul and make it more relatable. Take local Adelaide Hills turned international business Beerenberg for an example. When I interviewed Marketing Director Sally Paig on this podcast, she talked a lot about how sharing the pictures and the personal stories of their staff have brought Beerenberg to life for their customers. She mentioned the incredible feedback that they've received by putting the names of real people on their products and telling the story behind that connection. She described how by doing that, it gives customers a glimpse into the people that help put those products on the shelves and then onto their table. On the blog this week at narrativemarketing.com.au, I share a video example that we helped create for Beerenberg, which demonstrates how they share the stories that help humanize their brand. The second reason number 2, is storytelling boosts your bottom line. One of the most, if not the most, important thing you can do is make sure that you improve and keep on improving your bottom line. It's what's going to keep you in business. At this point, you might be thinking, yeah, well, stories don't pay the bills. But actually, they do. A good business narrative can sell your products and services, reach new customers, and even turn them into promoters of your business. Take Apple, for example. Their 1997 Think Differently advertising campaign used clever visual storytelling of people who've achieved greatness, including Gandhi, Martin Luther King, and Muhammad Ali, paired with a monologue about celebrating misfits and change makers. Created some 20 years ago, Apple have been at the forefront of effectively using brand storytelling to motivate and inspire in order to deliver incredible business outcomes. Apple told us a story that effectively positioned their brand alongside those that challenged the status quo to change the world. In 1998, only 1 year after this ad campaign, the company reported their first profitable year since 1995. And today, many Apple users are staunch brand ambassadors. When new products are released, product fans will line up for days outside Apple stores just to be among the first to get the latest upgrade or accessory. And not only that, these 20 years on, Apple have grown to make billions of dollars in profit each year, demonstrating just how powerful storytelling can be within business. Reason number 3, storytelling is about people, not products. To reiterate my first point about humanizing a business, businesses can also use the stories of their customers to sell their products or services. And in this way, that third-party or testimonial type experience or story can have really positive benefits. Take the campaign by University of Western Sydney that tells the story of one of their graduates, Den Adut, as an example. A university is an education institution. It sells education. But the University of Western Sydney used storytelling to sell the idea that instead of just providing education, that they make dreams come true. By telling Den's story as a student who overcame some of the toughest and harrowing adversity imaginable, they presented themselves as a place where anything is possible for the people who go there. I will provide links in the show notes to this video because if you haven't already seen it, you should. The story is memorable, inspiring, and the video on YouTube has been viewed nearly 3 million times, creating huge exposure for the University of Western Sydney, something they would never have achieved had they created a video talking just about the course and the subjects that Den completed at the university during his degree. It is his story that makes the content so captivating. Throughout Season 2, I will continue to explore and explain the benefits of brand storytelling. I will continue to interview successful storytellers and share their insights. I will mix with these summary episodes from me, like today's episode, where I break down and explain the lessons learned throughout the investigation. I would also love to hear from you, my listeners, to know more about the stories that you'd like to hear or share. I love feedback and I value immensely any comments or insights from you. So don't be shy. Drop me a line or comment at any time. I look forward to engaging with you. Thanks for joining me for another episode of Be The Drop. Don't forget to subscribe in order to ensure you never miss one of our weekly episodes. Be The Drop is produced by Narrative Marketing, where we believe that stories connect individuals and that powerful storytelling can positively impact the world. It is our mission to help unlock the power of story through this podcast and the range of products and services that we offer. To unleash your storytelling superpower, visit narrativemarketing.com.au or check out our social links in the show notes. To get in touch with any specific comments, you can email me via amelia@narrativemarketing.com.au. And don't forget that whilst a task or challenge may seem overwhelming, a waterfall begins with one drop, and look what comes from that. Until next time.